Hallelujah! How's it going, guys? My name is Blessious, and thanks to my pals over at Ubisoft, I got to go hands-on for 4 hours with Star Wars Outlaws. And if you know me, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Literally, 2 of my dogs named are Han and Leia. Also, a bit about me, the first Star Wars game I ever played was when I had to be 6 years old. It was Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. It was for the N64. You got to play as a Han Solo-esque bounty hunter named Dash Rendar. Flying that T-47 airspeeder and the Battle of Hoth was just awesome. Plus Dash had that Millennium Falcon from Temu, and that was a fun level, but we're not going to talk about the rest of the gameplay. Close to 3 decades later, we get a new Han Solo-esque bounty hunter, and her name is Kay Vess. And instead of a Wookiee or a droid as a sidekick, your little companion is named Nyx, and they will help you navigate puzzles, steal from baddies, or even give them a good whack. This game also takes place between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. In Star Wars Outlaws, you'll be able to jet across different worlds on your speeder, interact with different characters, find quests, collect precious loot, and more importantly, outwit and leverage relationships with the syndicates and the Empire. You'll be starting with poor relationships with the Pike Syndicate, Crimson Dawn, and the Hutt Cartel. In the city of Mirogana, there are 3 syndicates that have their own wings in this town, and they claim it as their own, with the Empire essentially policing the majority of the city.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You're Torrin Valerio Nup?
That's me. Mm-hmm.
All right, move along.
For certain story and side quests, you'll need to be either sneaking into the syndicate wing, or if you're on a good relationship with the other, you can just walk right in and steal certain items that you might be looking for. But be careful, dude. If you get caught, or if you shoot at anybody, you are going to lose reputation. And I even tried to scum save. Nope, can't do it. You have to live with your consequences, man. You'll be able to buy items such as thermal detonators, Bacta to heal, and also upgrades for your weapons. You'll also be able to get new gear for Kay to wear that'll give bonuses to certain things too. Now, let's talk about your ship and how all of that stuff works. Yes, you can upgrade your ship, and the space travel is a bit of a hybrid of Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, Starfield, and No Man's Sky, and that's just from what I have played. I went out of orbit 1 time on my own. You select the planet, and then you get to see the planet go up like No Man's Sky out. And I forgive me on this one, I just let it do its thing as it goes up. I didn't know if I can at least do this, but as soon as I got out and broke the atmosphere and could see space, I was able to move, shoot, and it puts you right into basically a scenario where you have to go through and shoot stuff. And I quite like that. So when I say Jedi Fallen Order or Survivor, that means, yeah, you're selecting something and then your ship leaves. Second, what I mean about Starfield is you're able to fly through space, but the ship combat is pretty simple. It's kind of like Rogue Squadron, but you're in your ship. It's a little bit more tankier, but you're able to shoot things, and yeah, it didn't feel bad to me one bit. And then it led right into this mission where, spoilers, TIE fighters escorted me into this Imperial dock, and it was seamless. Then it goes back to kind of how like Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor are. You're in your ship and you can upgrade, you can do anything like that, and then you continue right into the story. So here is me being honest. I had 4 hours to play this, and the side quests felt overwhelming at times, only because I had such a limited time to play this and I was going off track. Also, the planet I was playing on with the speeder, it felt very much like a space version of Red Dead Redemption. You're going through, it's kind of cowboy-esque, and hey, people are coming after you, and you have this ability where you can go basically adrenaline mode. Time slows down, and you can mark over people's face, just like in Red Dead with Deadshot, and go pew, 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 pew. Be like Han Solo, you shoot first, and they're all dead with one shot.
Like a whisper.
I at times found myself doing things where I really wanted to increase my loyalty with the Crimson Dawn, but there was a quest that required me to steal something from them. So, like I mentioned earlier, you can walk into their base if you're on good reputations with them, and you're gonna get to a point where even if you're at a good point with this faction, you're gonna have to sneak in to get something very sensitive. And if you get caught, there are consequences. And so you really have to be the best smuggler that you could be, and it really does live up to that what would Han Solo do kind of aspect. And so if I could actually sum this up as me as a gamer, it feels like a little bit of Red Dead Redemption meets World of Warcraft's reputations, where like you're trying to get exalted with them, but if you do something stupid, you're gonna get punished, and because there's no save scumming. And then kind of like Thief or Gloomwood, where like you are able to sneak around and you're able to maybe stun a guard, and you have a limited stun charge, whereas a long refresh. So you have to be very smart. And there's this one portion where I was in this Imperial Depot, and I was trying to think of what to do because I could not get around the stormtrooper, and I legitimately had to go break a box, continue to hide, and then the stormtrooper eventually went out to check the box, and he would kick it. He'd be looking around. He was distracted for a minute. And the thing is if anyone heard blasters, the alarm would go off. And so if you want to be sneaky, be sneaky. I think it is required for most story missions. But if you want to go guns blazing, there are repercussions. But you can do it, dude. So I think that's pretty cool. So I think that's a neat bag. Thief, Gloomwood, Red Dead Redemption, the reputation system from World of Warcraft. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Also, please do not think that Nyx is annoying one bit. You can pet him. He is absolutely adorable in the cutscenes. And not only can you pet Nyx, but you can pet most of the creatures out in these worlds. So I can't wait to see that that social media post from Can You Pet the Dog?
Come on,
Yes,
Nyx, be
you can pet
nice.
most of anything in Star Wars Outlaws. One last thing, there are a bunch of mini games where you can gamble money, and believe me, money is a currency that you really want to protect because you're going to be pilfering necklaces and selling them so that you can upgrade your gear and everything. But the thing is, you can gamble. You can gamble on Canto Bite races, jockey races, and when you like sneak through syndicate bases, you can see who like they all are betting on. And so if you sneak into this very secret area, it says, "Oh, this is the person to bet on." And I went. I remember the name. I bet on it, and I won a lot of Imperial credits with that one. And you can also play Sabak if you want to play basically this card game that's kind of like Texas Hold'em, but space, but 2 card. Yeah, it's fun. I won some money. I lost more. So while Ubisoft did allow me to have this hands-on event, I will disclose this. I'm a big Star Wars nerd. I love games. I had a fun time. I really didn't have any complaints. I also am not paid, and that is me being very honest. And I hope you appreciate my honesty there. I literally cannot wait. When does it come out? August 30th. I'll be playing it. I'll be streaming it. Twitch.tv/Blessious. Wait, I have a wedding on the 1st. I'll be playing it. Anyway, I hope that you have a great one. I hope you have an amazing one. And until next time, Cowabunga.